Hello, friend. Well, I'm in the sunny Canary Islands, and it may look like my back garden, but it's really not, honestly. And I set this channel up to help people go through the stuff that I couldn't find the help from just a normal working class guy. Cancer, the journey, I've interviewed people, it's all been brilliant, and it's helped some people, fantastic. So what happens next? What happens after that? And that's the reason I've changed it. So I didn't put little videos in explaining what's going on, and hopefully some of it is funny and some of it's interesting, but the stuff that I'm going to cover is quite serious. So firstly, let's have a walk and let's have a chat. I already know I can't turn this around. I don't do that. I'm going to try and do something not very good actually. I'm going to walk and talk if I can possibly do two things at once. So there's been a lot going on in the world. People have lost identities, lost their business, been made redundant, going through divorce, have had cancer, and gone through the grieving process. Loved ones have passed away. Depression, anxiety, losing money, losing the business, losing pension, not knowing what's going on, and basically what the hell is going on, what's happening in the world. And I've experienced most of that. Well, in fact, everything I've just said I've experienced, and most of that in the last 3 years. And so the cancer was just one more thing. So what I decided to do is, what the hell am I going to do in my life? And so I came out here at Lanzarote a little while ago with that purpose. Let's get away from everything. Let's just have a think. Where do I go from here? And I've written a book. Now, this is, well, I say I've written a book. I'm doing the editing, or somebody else is doing the editing, because I'm dyslexic. I can't spell, and I can't, grammar is not my friend. And the thing about this book is, the working title is, What the F has just happened to my life, and what can I do about it now? And in fact, I wasn't sure whether I was on the right track or not. But last night I was having a drink with somebody. Those that know me know I rarely drink, but I did have a drink last night. And I was talking to a guy, and I told him a little about myself, and he shared something with me. He said, I haven't told anybody else this, but it's pretty much my last holiday, and when I go back, I'm going to take care of things. If you know what I mean. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get this banned. And we had a little chat about it, and I just simply said, look, the world needs you. And we talked about that for a few minutes, and we had a bit of a hug. Just knew the guy, big, lump looking fella. And he said, you've got no one to talk to. So we had a chat. Up until that point, I was thinking, should I get this book? Should I do it? Is it, And that was almost like the universe talking to me. So I'm going to cover the things I mentioned. I'm going to cover things about when you go through a divorce, when you have all that stuff, life-threatening disease, a bereavement of someone very close to you. How do you deal with the grief? What do you do, and all this stuff that just happens in life. And I'm in a very fortunate position that I spent the last 25 years helping people go through all of these things. But when it hits you, when it hits us ourselves, it's a totally different thing. So I'm going to keep this very short. So I want to keep it all light. And I wasn't going to do anything while I was here. I was just going to chill and relax. But as you can see, the sun's just coming up. It's early hours of the morning. I had these thoughts in my head, and here I am, showing you the seaside. Still call it seaside when you're bored? It's beautiful here. Well, this is just a thing. So there'll be a few more. If you think the book is needed, I need encouragement. If you could just give me a thumbs up, a little comment or anything like that. It'd be great if you did, but you haven't got to. So, thumbs up. Here's a book needed that's going to help people who are right in the middle of shit in their life, and they don't know which direction to go in. They don't know what's going on. And I think it is. Anyway, let me know. Would it help you or someone you know? That's me doing the thumbs up. Bye. Take it easy, friend. Hello again, friend. My middle name. I've just been Mike Davies for such a long time. Well, all my life, like 60 odd years. Everybody, my friends, people, family. It's Mike. You know, it's been Mike for a long time. But in one of the last videos, I talked about that middle bit. You come out, you change, you're different. It doesn't sit right with me. And I've been after a middle name for quite some time. I haven't had a middle name. It's actually Michael Davies, but I haven't had a middle name. And my dad used to joke, God rest his soul. My dad used to joke, we couldn't afford when times were hard. So it's my dad's humour, quite funny. And I was going to take, the reason I wanted a middle name, by the way, is because there's another person with no middle name, just Michael Davies, same day of birth as me. Must be some sort of wrong one, because every time I go through border control on the way back, it's happened over the years and it never occurred to me. They pulled me to one side, asked me some questions, where I've been, how long I've been here, and all that kind of stuff. And then I only found out because a supervisor came over. He called a supervisor, tapped something on the computer, which obviously you can't see the screen. They're up high, aren't they? And said, "Oh no, that's not him. He's just landed in Frankfurt." So I said, "Who's landed in Frankfurt?" And it turns out that they was saying, "Is it me or is it him?" And so I was looking for a middle name, and I through all the way I help people, I sometimes get a message across by telling stories or guided meditations, things like that. So anyway, so what I did was I looked up the Welsh word for storyteller, an old word maybe, there's some a bit of Celtic heritage in there, and I found the word bard, the Welsh word for bard, and in English it would be pronounced. They would look at it and it's ELFIN, so it looks like elf in. So people who didn't know would say it's Elfin. So my name would be Michael Elfin Davies, for those that didn't know. But it's actually pronounced Effin. And I just loved that, and it made me laugh so much to think that my name would then be Michael Effin Davies. And it makes me laugh now thinking about it. But I didn't do that. And the reason I didn't do that, I recently lost my dad. And that grief touched me, and I'll talk about grief another time. But that, I saw the focus and determination on that man to just live as much life as he could towards the end, which again at some point I'll probably talk about, because the focus lesson is amazing. So I take my dad's middle name, which was Ernest. So it's Michael Ernest Davies, M.E. Davies. And that just sits right with me because of all the crap I've gone through in the last 3 years. I'm a different person. I feel different. It's a different attitude. I've lost 6 stone in weight and all sorts of other stuff. Still a way to go, mine. So that's just a very quick story about my middle name. It's Effin would have been funny, but the earnest part is speaks volumes for this new wonderful life I'm experiencing. Take it easy. Bye, friend. Hello, friend. This book writing stuff, there's only 2 things stopping me from doing this before. I can't spell, and I'm not a friend of grammar. Well, grammar's not my friend. But apart from that, everything's good. But it's brilliant, because when you type into some of these things, you get like red squiggly lines that says, what's that word supposed to be? Give us a clue, Anyway. So I went to a big comprehensive in the South Wales Valleys in the 70s, and dyslexia wasn't a thing then. Apparently I'm dyslexic. Dyslexia wasn't a thing. And do you know what's surprising is no matter how many times I was caned for not spelling things correctly and all that kind of nonsense, didn't help my dyslexia. Didn't know I had it then. Obviously, having a cane or two is definitely going to help some child learn something. Or in my case, as they say in the madness video, in school I learned to bend or break the rules. What's that song? Is it Baggy Trousers? Anyway, sing along in the background. I won't be singing, I'll get banned. But anyway, books. So, the book I'm writing, non-spiritual. People who know me would be very surprised at that, because I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So, I'm not talking about energy or angels or chakras, none of that. It's just practical, day-to-day help to help you when you just find yourself in that place and you're thinking, what the F has just happened? What's going on in my life? This is crazy. If you're in that place, this book is going to help you. Now, or someone you know. I am going to write a spiritual version, explain about the universe and stuff like that. That'll be another book. And I've written a children's book, picture book. But I can't afford. At the moment, I don't have the money to pay somebody to do illustrations and all that kind of stuff. I just haven't got it. And so, children's book sometime in the future, picture book. I've written that. My daughter, very lovely daughter, is helping me by editing that for me. The book I'm talking about now, What the F has just happened. It's a working title. I don't know if it's going to get called that or not. And see, I can't walk and talk. You've got to choose here. So it's I'm choosing to talk, obviously. And so book, straightforward, helping people go through the stuff in life. And what stuff? The story about the caterpillar, overused, especially in spiritual circles. Oh, butterfly, lovely, you've had a caterpillar. People don't talk about what this book talks about is what happens in the chrysalis. So you're a caterpillar, you're going about your day, working, eating leaves, that's the job, isn't it? And then you think, I need a big change. Something goes on inside you, the universe has different ideas. Oh my God, universe popped in, see? That something, you just have this instinct, I need to do something, or something happens outside your control. You make this cocoon. People in the cocoon is the people I'm helping. And so in the cocoon, what is that? Divorce, life-threatening disease, illness, all this kind of stuff. Lost a job, lost their identity, that sort of thing. That thing which just makes people want to go off the edge and don't know where they are, don't know who they are. But in that thing, which I call the mush, in the mush, where the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, totally just breaks down, and then before it comes out, then as I said, the life. And that is the point. The point is you can't have your new life, or the cost of your new life is the old life. You can't suddenly think, I want to bypass that nonsense. I just want to be a caterpillar, sprout some wings, fella, and away I go. No, you can't. And the other thing as well is when you are butterfly, so when you go past all this crap in your life, you be different. The people around you be different. Your friends, your family, everybody will be different. And again, that's the purpose, because you've evolved, you've moved on. And going back to that old life never works. It annoys them, and it's not good for you. It's not healthy. But think about the story. Think about a butterfly flying around. Oh, yeah, this is lovely, isn't it? And then says, I wonder what my mates are doing. The butterfly goes back and tries to tell the caterpillars how wonderful it is when you go through this shit. And the caterpillars are like, go away, I just want to eat the leaves and enjoy the sunshine. And you can't go back. You're going to lose friends, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose your business, your life's going to be upside down. But when you come out of that, that's the bit that I help people with. I guide them through the dark, the mush, whatever you want to call that, the evolution. I mean, there's all sorts of words in it. I don't know many of them, just a Valleys boy. But what I do know is how to help people. I've known a long time. But anyway, that's enough of that. So, the book is about that, and don't know when it's out. I'm aiming for it to come out in January, and I'll do lots of these things. This channel isn't going to be just about this box coming out. It's going to be some other stuff as well. And I'm going to talk to you about how I can afford a middle name now. Funny story, but I'll tell you that another one. So anyway, take it easy, friend, and I'll see you again. Ta-ra.